You know, we're all born with innate flexibility. And that's why kids easily do splits and put their legs over their heads, those little freaks. Unfortunately, as time passes, we lose our natural flexibility and joint mobility. Office work often worsens the situation. Finally, we find that it's difficult to straighten our back or impossible to zip up a dress. Yeah, I find that dress thing especially hard. So our bodies slowly age, but is it possible to find out exactly what it's still capable of? Well, we at Brightside have 5 exercises that will help you test your body's flexibility and guess your body age group. Prepare yourself for anything, because the results may be unpleasant. Warm up before you try the exercises. You can either jump, do squats, or leg swings. Or if you're like me, you sit in a full tub, open the drain, and try to resist the current. Hey, just saying. And now that you're ready, let's find out your true body age. Counting down from number 5. Shoulder joint flexibility. Let's start this by testing your shoulder joint flexibility. Try to do this simple and quick exercise. Put your hands together behind your back, something like a reversed prayer. Do you find it easy or difficult? Maybe it's a bit painful. Let's see what it means. If you did it quickly without any difficulties, then congrats to you. Either you're doing well or you're young. If you found this exercise rather challenging, then you simply need to practice more. As they say, practice makes perfect, right? However, if it was very difficult, you definitely need some improvement. For now, try to carefully grasp your elbows with your palms behind your back. Stay in this position for a few minutes. Practice more if you don't want to experience frozen shoulder symptoms. What can you do to improve your shoulder flexibility? The most effective exercises for this purpose are all the different kinds of stretches. So be sure to do them at least once a day to increase your shoulder flexibility. You can also try a simple exercise that you can do pretty much anywhere, even during a little break at work. Raise your arm up and bend it at the elbow so it would be behind your neck and head. Slide it a bit down your back. Now, reach behind you with your left arm so that the back of your hand would touch the middle of your back. Finally, try to touch the fingers of both your hands. Repeat the same thing this time, starting with your left arm. Don't go too fast if you find this exercise to be difficult. Take your time. With even small, regular attempts, you'll be able to do this perfectly after some time. Number 4. Spine flexibility. Now it's time to test your spine flexibility. Let's do a small exercise that you probably did a lot during your PE classes at school. Stand straight and keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Then just lean forward, without bending your knees though, and try to touch the floor with your hands. Is it challenging for you? Let's find out what this says about your body. If you can put your whole palm on the floor, that's great. You're not older than 25 years old, and you stretch regularly. Nice job! Continue to do what you're doing, and your body will thank you later. If you can touch the floor only with your fingers, that's okay, but you need to practice. Look up to the first group of people and start to stretch more. It's nothing that cannot be changed. At last, if you can't touch the floor, you need to work out. Your spine joints are probably ready to become friends with a sofa, a warm blanket, and knitting. Pull yourself together and start exercising to be stronger and more flexible. With this, a lot of yoga poses can be quite useful. They aren't that crazy and hard to do, and will help you build a stronger body that you've always dreamed of having. Arching pigeon, half wheel, eagle twist, and it's still not the whole list of yoga poses you can do. I like squatting puppy myself. Hey, just try it. You'll feel better after such regular workouts. Don't forget that if you find it difficult to choose the important exercises and put together a good workout exercise list, then you can always check out this video. You'll find an effective full-body workout that will help you solve any flexibility problems that you've discovered. And now, we're moving forward to the next challenge. Number 3. Neck and shoulder girdle flexibility. And no, you don't wear a girdle on your head for this one. Let's move along to your neck and shoulder girdle flexibility. Yes, it can say a lot about your body age as well. Here's what you should do. Come to your knees while keeping your legs hip-width apart. Then lean back and try to touch your heels with your hands. Wow, that was way more challenging than I thought it would be. If in the process you realize that you definitely couldn't touch your heels, don't try too hard. Bend backward, supporting your back with your hands. You're not a teenager, and that's why you should most certainly work on your flexibility to have a stronger and better body. If it was no big deal for you, hey, then you're doing great. Just exit the posture slowly. To improve your condition, start with neck flexibility exercises. You can tuck your chin until you feel a stretch. Keep in mind that it shouldn't be painful. Another great option is taking your neck backwards, again until you feel a stretch. Oh, that was good. Repeat each of these exercises about 5 times. Now, what about shoulder girdle flexibility? For you, you can do some kneeling exercises. Begin with a kneeling position so that your feet are under your hips. Now, lift your hips and raise your straight arms over your head at the same time. You can do some raises to the sides as well as keeping one arm down and lifting another up and over to the opposite side. Repeat these simple workouts about 5 times. And don't forget to do them regularly. That's the key to success. Number 2. Hip joint flexibility. Yes, it's good to be hip. Another important thing that shows how young your body is – hip flexibility. To find out whether it's good or bad, simply do a head-to-knee bend. Here's how to do it. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you. Bend your right knee and put your right foot against your inner left thigh. Lower your torso and grab your left foot. So, how easy is this exercise for you? I'm kinda struggling here. If you can easily touch your knee with your forehead and stay in this position for at least 2 minutes, we congratulate you. Why, you must be Gumby. No, actually, your physical age is close to school age. How you are doing this is beyond me. Just keep all this hard work going, you're doing something right. However, if you can't touch your knee or your leg involuntarily bends, your joints aren't mobile and your rear thigh muscles aren't elastic enough. It's something for you to work on if you want to have a flexible and fit body. Okay, if you want to improve your hip joint flexibility, remember to do the following exercises regularly. Just like with pretty much everything else that is connected to the flexibility, stretches are the answer here. First of all, sit upright so that both of your legs are straight. Then bend your right knee. Pull it into your chest and hug it tight until you feel a stretch. Ooh! Again, if it's painful, it's not a good sign. Try to make it effective but still safe. The second good exercise is a seated stretch. Sit with your legs bent out to the sides. Place the bottoms of your feet together and bring them as close to your groin as possible. Then just lean forward until you feel a stretch. Do each of these exercises at least 5 times a day for better results. If it's painful, slow down. There's no need to hurry since being quick doesn't make it more effective. Take your time and listen to your body. And here's number 1. Knee joint flexibility. We got to the final test, and it's going to show how good your knee joint flexibility is. Here's the challenge. Start with a simple push-up posture, and try to push your hips toward the ceiling until your body is in the shape of an inverted V. Both your feet should stay firmly on the ground. Oh, that dog is facing downward, isn't he? Did you do it already? The results are speaking for themselves. When you're young, this exercise isn't difficult. Making small steps, you exit the push-up posture and perform a letter A posture easily. Actually, it even seems a bit fun. Yeah, right. After 30 years, the situation changes. It becomes way more challenging to pass this test without bending your elbows, knees, and back. Keep this problem in mind and pay more attention to stretching. If you fail this test altogether, you're probably more than 50 years old and you're not friends with sports at all. Knee joint flexibility can be improved. Just don't be lazy and add a couple of exercises to your daily workouts. The simplest thing you can do is knee bends. Just lie comfortably and bend your knee as far as possible until you feel a stretch. Other powerful stretching exercises go like this. Place your feet together and then slowly take your heel towards your bottom until you feel a stretch. Keep in mind you should keep your knees together as well. Hold this position for about 15 seconds. Repeat each of these exercises about 5 times, and after some time, you'll feel your body becoming very flexible and toned.